Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Dark Souls 3. It is Tuesday the 12th of April, on the day of recording, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day today, whenever it is you find yourself watching this. So this is, once again, being recorded directly after the previous episode. I spent a little bit of time in preparation for this evening, or I guess I should say this morning. I need to stop forgetting about you. Clearing out a bunch of... Let's try this again. We're going to start over. Clearing out a bunch of space on my hard drive, because... yeah, I've been running out of space. Way too many unused capture footage that... yeah, just taking up a lot of space. So, and, you know, coming up with a setup for recording that allows me to record more than 2 or 3 hours of audio commentary at a time. Because previously, I was recording directly to my laptop's hard drive, which isn't very large, so I hooked up my external hard drive to my laptop, and I'm recording directly onto there, which is usually what I use to transfer stuff from my laptop to my desktop. But yeah, it's all technical stuff that I'm sure none of you came here for. Yep, not doing... I guess we're doing okay. We're not doing terribly. I can't remember if we came down here last time. I think we might have just gone outside. But yeah, I think we had like 900 souls or something like that, so maybe we should go take care of that first. Ah, the player ghosts keep scaring me. I keep thinking they're enemies. Although, honestly, I really can't remember where we were. Yeah, I think we ran past there and we went down there. But whatever, it was only like 800 souls, so we'll just continue going this way. It's best sometimes to look at souls in terms of sunk costs, unless it's a humongous amount. If it's a situation that you're unclear, you're not sure whether or not you're actually going to succeed. So that's not the cell that we got the key for. But yeah, if it's a situation that doesn't look very good, there's nothing wrong with just saying whatever. And it's just moving on to another spawn. Because that's part of the whole thing with the Souls games and their particular brand of open world, is that if a particular area seems too tough, there might be a very good reason for that. Maybe you're just not ready for it. And that's why the whole get good mentality annoys me. Well, one reason among many, I should say, but... Mailbreaker. This place is very lower Undead Burgish. What with the thieves and the Mailbreaker. We do have an Estus Flash Shard, and we've not even read the description for it yet, so let's nestle in this corner here and do that. We do need to go trade it in as well. A shard soaked in Estus, give to the blacksmith at the shrine to increase usages of the Estus flask. Some proofreading needs to be done here. In the old days, it was rare to see an Estus flask far from its owner, but this shard offers hope, however shattered. It does seem as though The item descriptions are a little bit longer though. So here's the prison cell that we have the key for. But I don't know if it's just that they're provided more real estate, or if they are in fact longer. My thoughts exactly. So is this like Lautrec? You do not look friendly at all.
Ah. You're no jailer, are you? No, you're from far away. And judging by the bell, you must be some of that unkindled ash. Remarkable. If that's true, then I have a favor to ask. Below the high wall is a musty little town, not the home of any lord, just a very old settlement of undead. An old woman, Loretta, lives there. Please, give her this ring. I'm not asking for charity. In fact, if you do this for me, I'll be sure to repay you in kind. I may be a petty thief, but I've more wits than most royalty. What do you say then, huh? Very well. I humbly place my faith in you. I am Grey Rat of the Undead Settlement, and I promise to assist you. Give this ring to old Loretta at the base of the high wall. Do your part, and I'll do mine.
Alright. Interesting that he just disappeared like that. A ring set with a large, rare tearstone jewel. Temporarily boosts damage absorption when HP is low. This stone is said to be a tear of sorrow of the goddess Keitha, and of course, tears are always more beautiful near death. I want to say that Keitha was not explicitly mentioned in Dark Souls 1, but was in Dark Souls 2. I can't remember what Keitha's context or significance was, but very interesting. Don't know whether or not we've accidentally stumbled into a Lautrec type situation, but I'm very intrigued by the possibility that that might not be the case. Okay, so where do we go from here? This is just a dead end, it seems. Yeah. So I think the only way forward is back where we just were. Oh, alright. Did we not kill you? Sort of left you there with half HP. Iron round shield. We're unfortunately going to be very selective with the shields we pick. At least for as long as we want to retain the ability to parry. Okay, so if you don't disturb them... Oh, never mind. Oh, crap. Oh. I'll take those souls. Okay, so there's a polearm knight in there. I didn't see this path previously. Black firebomb. There's our souls. So we could try to jump down. Do we not have any homeward bones? We do not. If we had a homeward bone, that would have been very simple. Just jump down, find a safe spot, and warp away. Let's see. Okay, so far so good, but here he comes. Okay. I didn't think that would be so easy. I feel like it was almost too easy. So we're gonna have to add him to our list of enemies that we're gonna have to come back to at a later date. Or not later date, a later time. Because it's so hard not to just want to explore the rest of everything that this game seems to have to offer. I must say I'm very impressed so far. That this game seems to represent a continued evolution of a formula that there's so many moving parts that it's so difficult to actually keep it all in line, and yet they somehow manage to constantly mix things up and keep from doing so in such a way that, yeah, throws the formula completely out of whack. So he used his sword arts on us there. So that was pretty cool. I guess we're gonna have to get the hang of doing that more regularly. But yeah, it's hard to rip oneself from one's usual playstyle. Wow, there's so many nooks and crannies here. Ring ahead. I'm sure we can make that. Can we make that jump? I'll be really annoyed with myself if it's like a Chloranthy ring or something. A ring that it would. We only have one ring. No, okay, we'll get it when we come back to fight Smo. Axe Smo, whatever his name is. Because I have a feeling like there's a bonfire nearby. Be wary of beating to a pulp, okay. Be wary of ambush. Well, thank you. Kind madam or sir? Hi, friends. Oh, that was wonderful. Just run right in the shaft. Shortcut. And if I'm right, then we may be right by the bonfire, which would be wonderful, because then we can go spend these souls and trade in this Estus Flash Shard. Although, that... Oh, crud. No, sorry, friend. Yes. Beautiful. Alright, let's buy a homeward bone from you. Just so we have one, just in case we find ourselves in a situation again where I'm saying, I really wish we had a homeward bone. There we go.
Ah, well met. 'Tis good to see ye in good health. What needs smithing this day?
So we need 2 more Titanite shards for this one. I'm intrigued by the rapier, though. But we do need to level our dex to be able to use it a little bit.
Prithee, be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
Interesting that there's no animation or anything to indicate that the flask is being strengthened.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Very well. Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
Alright, I guess that's it.
Farewell, Ashni.
So we need 1659. Oh yeah, so we can get one more level. Beautiful.
Welcome home, speak very well. Take no. Let these souls farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
Bye. You're not gonna bow? Sorry, I interrupted your dialogue with that. Alright, so we got 5 charges in our Estus flasks now. Let's see if I can remember which way we're supposed to go. There was a crossbow person somewhere here. Did I go to the wrong bonfire? I may have gone to the wrong bonfire. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went to the wrong bonfire. Yeah, I was at the wrong bonfire. So you may have seen me warp to the other bonfire from Firelink, but I actually meant to warp to this one. Or at least I ought to have warped to this one. Okay, now the question is, do we run through the ambush? Or do we take it head on? I think we run through the ambush. Or at least run through. Let's try this. Run through, turn around, and wait. Hi, friends. So let's go see about that ring, shall we? I'm going to assume that you can't kill that guy with a plunge, or with a, or you can't execute a backstab on him, but I have been surprised in the past by the variety of enemies you can backstab. Okay, I thought I set my controls, my jump. Yeah, it's set to L3. Oh. Okay, I wasn't hitting it. That's... I think I'm at that point where I need a new PS4 controller because the left analog stick is so mushy. Nope. You can, in fact, backstab him. Interesting. Oh, that was dumb. That was really silly. Rip Smo Jr. These are the enemies who, again, before I went completely dark in terms of Dark Souls 3 stuff, someone spotted them in a corner somewhere, and said that they looked identical to the Hide Knights, and I guess they sort of do. Maybe if their cape wasn't red. These guys really come at you fast. Don't give up, let there be guts, okay? It's another one of those Smo-shaped guys. Be wary of play dead. Whoa! Lots of very helpful messages from the outset. If I knew where to find a soapstone, I would leave some of my own, but... Another thing on our list of items to look out for. I know where we are. Yeah. Did I not realize there was a ladder here earlier? Whoops. Okay, let's go get that ring. Keep saying I want to go do one thing and then I get completely distracted by something else I find. There's gonna be a lot of that in this playthrough, I wager. That guy's alive, but we'll leave him. Or I guess I should say he's plain dead. So we need that ring, but... did I just miss the jump? Because, yeah, I was thinking that I think it's called an awning. That awning there was at the same height as that one, but it doesn't look like it is. So I think I was just short with the jump. Let's go try again. So we do have 4 ring slots and only 1 ring, so... Speaking of which... Even though we are going to give this ring to that lady, per the Lotric guy's request, might as well put it on for now. Yes. Oh, that's alright, I guess? So for those who aren't aware, that's a ring you put it on, and it allows you to keep your souls if you die, but it breaks. So taken right from Dark Souls 1. It wasn't in Dark Souls 2. There was a different Ring of Sacrifice and Rare Ring of... or no, that's Dark Souls 1. Ring of Life Protection and Ring of Soul Protection was Dark Souls 2. But in the base game, you were actually able to repair them. Whereas this version of it, yeah, it breaks and just disappears from your inventory. At least that's what happened in Dark Souls 1. So I have a feeling we're near either a boss or another bonfire here. Are those ninja turtle? The turtle-esque, they seem to have like shells. The guys we saw in the introduction. They were just kind of walking through the desert and then collapsed, killed over. It is intense fighting those guys. Oh, the reach on that weapon. That is crazy. Note to self, don't try and circle strafe backstab those guys, because they'll shield bash you in the face if you do. So it's not the best idea. We need to try and conserve our SS a little bit better. That was close. Oh, this is a boss room, isn't it? This is a boss room. Huh? It's a friend. Okay.
Here, they have left, gone, to their churning homes converging at the base of this castle. Head to the bottom of the high wall, forge on through the great gate, and raise this banner to proceed. If you fear trespassers, dark spirits drawn by the embers, then etch this upon your heart, and the old Concord will beckon noble blue sentinels to hunt these foul spirits. Unkindled one. Walls proceed, but beware, the dog keeps a close eye on things. The vile watchdog of the Boreal Valley.
Small Lothric banner. Small banner held by Lothric messengers. Hold up outside the main castle gate to be greeted by an escort. When the high wall appeared, the path to the Undead Settlement was blocked, and messengers came bearing this banner. They were sent out with a duty, but had no way of returning. And what else did we pick up? Covenant. Pale blue sheepskin parchment featuring an illustration of the moon, symbol of an ancient accord. Members of the Way of Blue are beneficiaries of an ancient accord. When a dark spirit threatens them, a blue spirit will grant them assistance and help to root out the invader. Summoning takes place automatically while this is equipped. So I really hope that they found some way of ironing out the mechanics with that, because in Dark Souls 2 it did not work especially well. Otherwise it would just be like a great idea, just poorly executed again. In the vein of the Gravelord servants and other covenants. Oh, come on. I want to go up the stairs. It's like I'm an infant. It's like, oh no, there's... Put the safety thing on the stairs, so I guess we can't climb it. Is there really nothing else here? Okay. I thought this was going to be a boss fight for sure. But this person was right. Thank you. That it was just a friend. I assumed that we had to go in there anyways, although there are some other paths opening up here. Dagnabbit. Lucerne. So we got 1, 2. I really don't want to fight that Great Shield guy again, because he messed this up big time. Problem is I decided I was going to try and get cute and figure out the whole sword arts thing for breaking his guard, and that was the end of me. I will fight the guy with the medium shield though. He's not like... Yeah, he's hard, but he's not like... At least to me, as imposing as the tower shield guy. Oh, speaking of which, I'm just gonna go up here. Just wait for him to go back up. So these things, guys, girls, are dead. That's really... I wonder if that's the same... Oh, bugger off, I'm trying to look at environmental details here, friend. If that's the same sort of sigil, I guess? Or is that just a window? Because there's a similar symbol in Dark Souls 2, and I wonder if it's the same one for the Way of Blue. Or at least the one that you find in the... Not the Way of Blue, the Blue Cathedral. Alright, let's keep going this way, because we've now had 2 characters direct us towards the bottom of the wall. I'm not going to read that message, because I'm assuming this is a boss fight. And we do have 5 Estus flasks. So, screw it, let's do it. She said that the dog usually guards, so that doesn't sound good. My favorite enemy in boss form. So that's the frostbite mechanic that we saw mentioned in the description for the vigor stat. Raising vigor increases your resistance to frostbite. So we got frostbitten, and I couldn't see what actually happened because I was just so intently focused on the fight. But it seemed almost like bleeding, but then in the loading screen just now, it showed the item description for Blood Red Moss Clump, and talked about bleeding, so clearly bleeding's still a thing. So I don't know what that is. But the boss fight's certainly very interesting so far. Heir of Fire. So that thing was an heir of fire. So let's check out the soul. Soul of Vort of the Boreal Valley. One of the twisted souls, steeped in strength. Used to acquire many souls, or transposed to extract its true strength. Vort served as an outsider knight, never far from the fleeting dancer. So the dancer is another one of the bosses that I'm familiar with. But before we proceed, we might as well, go back to Firelink Shrine, level up and whatnot. Still not used to saying that. Oh, let's go back to Firelink Shrine and level up. Or I'm used to saying it, but just not in the didn't expect initially, before I had heard that Firelink Shrine was in the game. But even then, I assumed that it was just going to be like the abandoned church workshop, like a place you just sort of stumble upon, and that it wouldn't actually be the hub world. So that's very interesting.
Ah, well met. 'Tis good to see ye in good health. What needs smithing this day?
Well, Andre, I wanted to see if I could upgrade my... No, we still need two more. Two more Titanite shards.
Prithee, be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
Interesting that there's no "Oi, where are you off to" dialogue.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Very well. Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
Alright, so we're continuing with our just quality leveling path. Vigor, endurance, strength, and dex.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
And I don't want to pop this soul. It just, we don't know how many, no idea how many souls you actually get from it. I would imagine 6,000, because that was, I believe, the minimum in Dark Souls 2. But in Dark Souls 1, there were some boss souls that were a fair bit smaller. I think like the Moonlight, why am I popping that? It's useless. The Moonlight Butterfly soul only gives you 1,500, I think.
What a sick joke. Asking us to seek talking true.
Alright. He's got nothing more useful to say for us. So I really am curious if when we kill these people, if they'll come back just like, oh, we made a promise earlier. Or at least we said that we would to Ludlith. He wanted us to look more closely at him, so here we are. And I said we'd come back when we got our binoculars. Oh, it still has that really annoying blur effect. Yeah, looking pretty good for someone who is countless centuries old and who linked the fire once. Not sure why you're so down on yourself about your appearance, friend. Looking pretty good. I think that's about it. Let's see if Things Betwixt Lady has any new items.
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service?
It'd be great if she had upgrade materials to buy, but no.
Ashen One,
Yeah, they all only have the one. In prior games, there were, I think, 3. One if you just ran off, one if you bought something, and one if you didn't. But they all seem to have the same "see you later" dialogue, which is fine, but it's just a little bit... You know, I like hearing the different possibilities that the game offers. If that makes any sense at all. Let's head back to The Vort of the Boreal. So it doesn't tell you the name of the room specifically, only the name of the boss. So that's interesting. Wow. Gorgeous view ahead indeed. So this is the broken bridge that they were talking about, that destroyed the road to the Undead Settlement. I have a feeling that what we're going to find at this Undead Settlement is going to be just downright depressing, but you get a really good view of what appears to be the world here. Sort of a cathedral over there. Another broken bridge, another township over there, one over there. There's a lot here. And I do recall in early interviews Miyazaki saying that, yeah, like everywhere you see, you'll be able to go explore. So I'm curious as to whether or not that actually became a thing. Is that there looks to be a place in the mountains there too. I wonder if one of these places is where Firelink Shrine is. I'm assuming that these bloodstains are from people who jumped off. Oh, that's great. Okay. I'm gonna read this bloodstain. Hopefully I don't fall off trying to do it. Yep. So, definitely supposed to raise the banner. So, I guess these are people who beat the boss without first going into the cathedral. So, therefore, they wouldn't have gotten the banner. Cool. So, the Batwing demons are certainly doing well for themselves. I mean, again, how many countless generations have passed between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3? And yet the Bat demons, or the Batwing demons, yeah, still got what I imagine is a decent gig for a Batwing demon. And my initial impression when they dropped us off was, holy crap, there's a stairway right here. This is Hennerlondo, but it actually looks a fair bit different. And that's why I turned around there expecting to see one of the Batwing demons sitting there, but seeing as that we can warp, there would be no point in doing that. I'm debating whether or not I should go forward or end the episode here. And I think we're going to end the episode here. So thank you all very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.